Hey yo, what is up FPG fam? Further here and welcome back to another Zenless Zone Zero video. Today I wanted to get a discussion around EVELYN, Silver Soldier, ANBY, and Trigger because right now the Hoyo devs for Triple Z put us all in a bit of a predicament, especially if you're a free-to-play player or new player and you see all these amazing characters that are currently in the game and that are going to be dropping. You're trying to decide where you should be spending your premium currency. That's what I wanted to go ahead and talk about today. I just wanted to give my advice, my 2 cents, my thoughts and opinions on the topic, and I want to get yours down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Also, if you enjoy this type of video where we discuss and talk about Zenless Zone Zero, get a bit of a nuanced discussion going on around it, go ahead and drop a like. Sub if you're new. I would love to have you stick around and join the FPG fam. Be greatly appreciated. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into it. So before we talk about EVELYN, Silver Soldier, ANBY, and Trigger, we got to talk about what we have currently and what we received. So prior, we received the best DPS in the game in Miyabi, and everybody dropped their premium currency on her, completely unloaded. And then we got Asher Yao currently, who is the best support in the game, bar none, hands down. So with that being said, I do think, just right off the bat, I'm just going to go ahead and state this. If you don't have Asher Yao, I think Asher Yao is the highest priority pull for you. I think you definitely go ahead and pick her up, right? That is my opinion. I think you go ahead and grab her if you don't have her already, just because nobody can do what Asher Yao can currently do in the game. I think she is going to last for a very long time, like I think Miyabi's going to last as a DPS. I think Asher Yao is going to last as a support. And not only that, she's universal, so you can put her on multiple teams. You can have her on one side, Nicole on the other, or you can have Nicole and Asher Yao together. I think they are very synergistic. So I think Asher Yao allows for your account to open up a lot more in terms of team building and flexibility. So I think she is the highest priority pull. Pick her up if you don't have her. Now, moving on from there, we got to talk about EVELYN, Silver Soldier, ANBY, and Trigger. It's going to be a nuanced discussion in a couple of aspects. The first one being is gameplay, right? The enjoyment of gameplay, I should say. And I think that is always going to be first and foremost when it comes to this game of Zenless Zone Zero. You pick up a character because you enjoy their gameplay. And I think the reason for that is because if you pick up a meta character but you don't enjoy their gameplay, I don't think you're going to be using them as often. Or if you do use them because they're meta, you're not going to really enjoy the game as much, versus if you go ahead and pick up a character, they're not the most meta character, but they get the job done, but you really enjoy their gameplay style. I think you're going to find much more enjoyment in the game that way versus the latter, if that makes sense. So I think you got to take that into account when you're deciding who to pull for. And this is always a situation to where you can be patient. You could try, test them out and see if you enjoy using them. But then once you get past that, moving forward, especially when we're talking about the meta, is what you need on your account, right? And to go and elaborate a little bit more on that, you need to take and reflect on your account and see what you need currently that's going to round you out. So for example, I really need a fire DPS. Now I have Soldier 11. I have Soldier 11 at like M4, M5, and she could certainly get the job done, but I don't enjoy Soldier 11's gameplay. Not only that, I have a deep disdain for this character because I keep losing my 50-50 to her, so I don't want to build her up and I don't want to use her. So I need a premier fire DPS. Not to mention I enjoy EVELYN's gameplay and I like her design, but I think she's also going to be incredibly strong as a fire DPS. So I'm going to prioritize her and make sure I get her on my account to round out my fire team for those fire weakness enemies, right? And so I'm going to prioritize EVELYN, make sure that I get her. For others, if you're missing out on, like, let's say Ching-Yi, for example, Trigger is going to be incredibly enticing, or even Silver Soldier ANBY, because spoilers, it looks like she's not only going to be a DPS, but a pretty good stunner at that. Now, I can't confirm that, but it just seems that way early on. And so those two characters might be more enticing for your account, because they are filling a hole or a need that you have to have. And so you might want to pick up one of those characters instead. Or if you don't like Hiramasa's gameplay, or you don't enjoy using that character, or don't plan on building him, then Silver Soldier ANBY is obviously going to be a character that you look at putting onto your account because of those reasons in particular. Now keep in mind, when it comes to EVELYN, Silver Soldier, ANBY, and Trigger, I think all three of these characters are going to be strong in their own right, and I think they're all going to be offering something that's going to be very impactful for your account, whether it be buffing, debuffing, have great stunning, being able to have massive AoE, iframes, whatever the case may be. I think all of these characters are bringing something strong to the table, to the degree that either of these pulls are going to be strong for your account and are going to be great for your account. I don't think it's a miss either way, and I don't think not having one or the other is going to break your account by any means. It doesn't appear at this moment, currently early impressions, that any of these characters are right now a must pull. It just seems that they're all very strong in their own right and are going to be able to fulfill their role in their job very well, and are kind of like pseudo upgrades to what we currently have in the game. And what I mean by that is, going back to EVELYN seems to be a bit of a pseudo upgrade to Soldier 11. Not a one-to-one comparison, right? Because all of these characters in their own kit offer very, unique and special things. But it is a pseudo upgrade in terms of it being a fire DPS to a fire DPS, right? In Silver Soldier ANBY's case, it's a pseudo upgrade to Huramasa, electric DPS, right? Same with Trigger and Chingy. But like I mentioned, it's not a one-to-one because these characters are offering different things within their kit. I think it really depends on that and what you need and if you enjoy their gameplay, right? I think once you take all of those things into account, then you are able to make a decision on what you need and what you have to have. After that, it's just up to you, right? And what you're looking for and what you're trying to do. But I do hope that this video helped. I know it's a bit of a shorter one. I didn't go into numbers or stats just because I don't have them. And I think that this game is more than just numbers and stats. I think this game is very highly dependent, especially for your enjoyment, on gameplay, on character design, and on what you just need role wise and element wise on your account. From there, I think all of these characters are going to be putting up good numbers. I think all of these characters are going to be hitting incredibly hard, and I think that's always going to be the case moving forward with Zenless Zone Zero. I think all of these characters are always going to be strong to some degree and are going to be offering unique things within their kit, whether it's a new mechanic like with Asher Yao or with Miyabi, or even with Silver Soldier ANBY, EVELYN. I think all these characters are going to have very unique kits, unique passives, and I think that's only going to continue moving forward as the game progresses and evolves. So that's something that you can always look for, but I also think all these characters are always going to be strong in some shape or form. It's just obviously some are going to be stronger than others, but I don't think it's such a massive difference or gap between these characters in terms of damage and strength and numbers, except Miyabi. Except if it's a Void Hunter or something to that degree, then it's like, yeah, there's a bit of a gap there. Or like in Asher Yao's case. Now, Asher Yao not as much as Miyabi. I think Miyabi's like head and shoulders above. But anyways, I'm kind of getting off topic and rambling a bit. So TLDR, first and foremost, go for gameplay enjoyment. And then secondly, go for what you need on your account. Take a look at your account, reflect on it, and see what you need to fill, and then go from there. Obviously, if you can get all the characters, get all the characters. They're all great. They all cook. They all look fantastic. EVELYN's still the GOAT. But if you can get all the characters, get them all. If you only get 2 out of the 3, find out what 2 out of the 3 that you need, and then move from there. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Once again, just a discussion, just to talk about the characters and what you should be pulling for. I do plan on coming out with the Asher Yao video, my thoughts and opinions on this character now that I've used her. I do want to come out with an EVELYN video because she's the GOAT, going over her and her kit and things of that nature, because you can use her in game. And I have some other video ideas in mind for Zenless Zone Zero that I cannot wait to bring to you guys, as well as live streaming. I want to go ahead and bring that back. Anyways, I'm going to get on out of here. I rambled on long enough. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I'll see you all next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name's Cody. Call me further. I'll see you all next one. Bye, guys.